So we're going to talk about a problem that kind of throws some students off, and the issue is with the scanner class. So what's happening with the scanner class is that you have several types of scans, and most of the scans are what we call token scans. So when you do next float, next int, next, you're actually looking for a what we call a token, which is delimited by whatever the delimiter is. So the delimiter by default is space, is white space. So you can put a series of values in, and as long as there's white space between those, the scanner will actually parse out those values when it sees the white space. But then when you go to a line scan, meaning you just grab the entire line, the scanner is actually looking for the end of line character, and that's where it knows to actually grab that line from, right? So it's going to look, it doesn't look at the actual delimiter, like, so you can have space inside of the entire line, but once it sees that end of line character, it's going to grab that entire line, and that's going to be how the line scan figures out what entry to take in. But there's a problem though. Whenever you do a token scan, right, they enter a token and they press enter, and then you scan like next int or some token value, and then you try to do a line scan right after, the token scan leaves behind that end of line character. So the next line scan will actually read that end of line character, and it's going to take it in as an empty entry. So I'm going to go ahead and give you an example of that. And this seems to happen a lot in chapter 2 homework when you're asked to make a program that prompts the user for his name, his age, and the college that he's going to. Now, some students kind of cheat by making the age a string, so they're just doing all line scans, right? But my personal opinion is that if the value is in fact a number, like age, then you should use number data for that value. Okay, so let me go ahead and just type up a quick example of this. So I'm going to go ahead and use the scanner class. So import java.util.scanner, and then I'm going to create my class header. So public class, the name of my class, I named it scanner token new line demo, open close curly braces, and my main method, public static void main string array arguments. Okay, and let's come up here. All right, so up top, I'm going to put in my info, right? I always keep forgetting to do that. So name and info. All right, and there is my import for my scanner, and come to my main method header. Oops, I forgot to put in the open close curly braces. Oh, and I also made another mistake right there. I'm using a square bracket and not an actual curly brace. Let me fix that. Okay, so open close curly braces for my method header. And then inside of here is where I'm going to do my example. Okay, so before I kick anything off, I'm going to go ahead and create my scanner object. So I'm going to say scanner scan is equal to a new scanner object that reads my keyboard. Okay, and I'm going to prompt the user for some data. I'm going to ask him for his name, and I believe it was his pet name, or it was his name, pet name, college, but let's just go with his name and college are going to be the strings. I'm also going to ask him for his age. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and save that. So I'm going to say system.out.println, and I'm going to just prompt the user, actually just do this right there, print, so that the entry will be on the same line as a prompt. I'm going to say enter your, or we'll ask a little nicer. We'll say like, what is your name? He's going to give me a name. Now I'm going to do a next line scan for this because, you know, he might give me his first name, just his first name, or just his last name. But what if he gives me his first and his last name? I want to take that whole line that he enters, and I'm going to say name is whatever name that he gave me. So scan.next line. Oops, next. Dang it. Next line. And then system.out, not print line, or print. What, not this time I'll ask him, how old are you? And age is equal to scan dot next int and then I'm going to ask, what college do you attend? Okay, he's going to give me all that info, and then I'm going to, let me save his college first. College scan dot next line. All right, dang, moving too quick. All right, and then I'm going to say system dot out dot print line. And then say something like hello, and then I'm going to insert his name right there. We're going to concatenate it in. And then I'm going to say, so you can say hello, enter his name, and then I'll say you are, and then I'm going to print out his age. I'm going to move to the next line. You are whatever age, years old, and you attend, and then his college, followed by a period. Okay, so I'm prompting the user for 3 pieces of information. The first one is a string, next one is a integer, and the next one is a string again. Okay, now what's happening here is the name is a line, right? I'm scanning an entire line, so that means I'm looking for the end of line character. The next one is an age, so then I press I enter the age, and then after he enters age, he's going to press enter, and then it's going to read the age. And the next one is another line scan, so it's going to expect the user to enter in some value, and then press enter, and then read it. But what's actually going to happen is something a little strange. I'm going to go ahead and run it, and then it might make sense when I explain it. So I'm going to go ahead and compile, and I messed up somewhere right here. I forgot to put a N for a new line. Compile. Run compile again, and asking me for my name. I'm going to say Michael Madrigal, and then how old are you? I'm going to say 25, and I'm going to press enter. Now, what happened is it saw the 25, I pressed enter, and then it said, what college do you attend? But then it just moved on really quick, like it received its input. So what happened here is I entered my name, press entered. Okay, the scanner saw the end of line character, accepted this whole line as my input. Then when I entered 25, it did what we call a token scan. So it took the 25, but it left the end of line character, right, when I pressed entered. So then when I asked for my college, it saw, hey, there's an end of line character right there. He must have entered in a line. So it basically took nothing in, like blank, in for the entry of my college. So it's almost like I didn't enter a college, and then it went on. So the output is, hello, Michael Madrigal, you are 25 years old, and you attend, and then nothing was there, and then just the end of the sentence. Okay, so what we could do, I mean, like, since I know what's going on, I can actually rerun this and just enter in all the same information. Okay, this time I'm enter 25, but instead of pressing enter, I'm going to go ahead and enter my college now. Okay, so we'll just say okay, there's no this is college. I press enter, and now it's still like something strange still happened because it wasn't what we expected. But now what happened was, this was the line scan for my name. Okay, we got my name right there. I entered 25. It was a token scan. So remember, the last time when I hit 25 and pressed entered, it ignored the end of line character and just took the 25. It still did the same thing. It just took the 25. It saw this token here separated by white space, and it was like, okay, well, I want that 25 right there. Just grabbed off that 25. And then the next thing that it did was anything after that 25 was seen as the line entry to up until the end of line character. So it actually took the white space after 25, okay, and then Northwest Vista College. All right, so it did, I guess, work, but the order in which the prompts appeared, it just like the interface just didn't make sense. Okay, now this does actually happen in C++ as well, because it has the same problem where it looks for the underlying character and not a token, like when you're going back and forth. So this is a common problem. So what we can do is, since you are the programmer, right, we know that we're doing a token scan here. We're expecting the user to press enter. Okay, what we can do is we can clear out that end of line character. I'm just gonna make a entry here, clear out end of line char, and then I'm just gonna say scan dot next line. So basically just kind of releases it, reads that end of line character, releases it, doesn't save it anywhere, and then prompts for the college and then scans the next line. That's one way of fixing it. Another way of fixing it is maybe just do a next line here, okay, and then using what we call a wrapper class to convert the string to an integer. I think that's a good option. I mean, like normally when I write programs, if I'm expecting them to press enter when they're done entering information, then I'm going to treat that whole line as the data of what they wanted to enter. So another way to fix this is to make this next line, so we don't have to actually release that inline character, and then just converting that string into an integer. But doing so is kind of beyond the scope of chapter 2, and we'll talk more about that, I believe, in chapter 3. We'll talk about the wrapper classes and converting string to another data type and using static methods that are on the string class or on the integer class. But for now, what we can do is scan this as an integer, do a token scan, and then release that underlying character, and then prompt for the college, and then use the next line to take in the information. So let me go ahead and just save this really quick, and I'm going to compile and run. And this time, when I can enter in my name, I can spell it correctly, my age, and then the college that I attend. Press enter, and everything worked as expected. Okay, so just kind of keep that in mind. We're going from a line scan, which looks for the underlying character, right? These two scans are looking for the underlying character, but the token scan looks for just a value separated by space, and it leaves off that underlying character. So if you're going from a token scan to a line scan, it's going to grab that underlying character and see it as the entry for the next line. And yep, that's it. Like I said, just gonna go over it one more time. The way to handle that is you're writing the order of the prompts, you're storing the information from the keyboard. So what you want to do is just kind of release that underlying character by just doing a next line and not actually saving the value that is stored inside of that next line.